Well, I almost died. Almost died. Right, so, I stopped giving the dog bacon a week and a half ago or so now. I mean, as soon as you take the dog's socks off, he starts going for his feet again, though. So, I really don't know that it's like a food allergy, because all he gets as far as human food is he was getting bacon, which he's not getting anymore, and then he gets this fucking thing can't hold them. Oh god, it drives me crazy. And he also gets carrots, which are good for dogs. Dogs, as long as your dog is a thorough chewer, carrots are fine for dogs. And then he gets a little bit of bread, like crusts of bread and stuff like that. The stream didn't crack out, a lazy minion. I am an asshole, and I stop the stream every 50 or so minutes and restart it. I'm sorry if that causes interruption. I don't know a better way to deal with the problem of breaking up VODs in a simple and easy way. So, yeah. My bad. One day, I'll figure out a way that also requires no labor. So that's the important thing, is I don't want to have to work for it. I don't want to have to go to a website and like run a program. I'm not going to download the VOD and then edit it and then upload it. And Twitch only allows you to break up VODs in 15-minute increments, which is just unwieldily small. Unwieldily small. So I'm sorry if that caused viewing problems for you. I wish I knew a better way, but I don't think there is one. You know, a lot of the big streamers employ someone to like edit up their videos and shit, and obviously I can't do that, and I'm not willing to spend the time to do it. So I can't make small pipes here. So I have to build the basic assembler, I think, before I can build this storage container, because it needs small steel tubes. Also, I'm gonna need cobalt so I can build another metal grid, which also needs the assembler. So I have to build the basic assembler. We'll put it right there. And I guess temporarily, wink wink, nudge nudge, I'll put it up here, I think. Does it have a thing on the bottom? Actually, I don't think it does it? Just got... it literally has one and one only. Okay, so it really needs to just be on the back, hang off the back side of the cargo container. For temporary purposes, I swear. Ooh. Alright, I want you to be like this. I need steel plate. Oh my god. Oh god. I don't have any steel plates. Please make a few steel plates. That's enough to at least start. Yeah, so I'm not sure I believe all the stuff about dogs having allergies. But I'm not a dog doctor. Not even a real doctor. See, that does not look like it went the right direction. That does. Right. Motors, a ton of steel plates, and 4 displays, and 80 computers. Wow. Here's motors. A few more steel plates. I got some computers down the hill, so I'll go get them from there. Work is for suckers. You're right. They can't really think of anything. They can't really think of other things that Benadryl works on. They give Benadryl to dogs? He has not had that. I'm not totally convinced that the dog's problem is allergies. But if it's allergies, I think it's human food, not dust mites, but I could be wrong. I I'm also of the opinion that the dog has arthritis. And I'm of the opinion that perhaps the dog is just in mild pain. And since he can't reach his hips, he goes for the paws of his feet, because those are the closest thing, you know, to the pain. I don't know. That's not science, obviously. Let me go back to the wreck and get some steel plates and stuff. I don't know what else I left here. I really haven't built everything, obviously, but ooh. At least there's power in a kit over there. What's on the ground here? More pipes. Construction composite. Anything else loose? That's raw iron. This is not useful. I mean, I could cut the edges down a little bit now and get some steel plates. Not a whole lot, obviously, but something. Don't need any power. I don't know. The dog's quality of life is fine right now for his age. We put the socks on him and he no longer eats his feet. And so he's walking normal now. He's not limping around or bleeding from the bottom of his feet. He's so old that all he does is sleep anyway, so. But I like them to get a little exercise. Not too much, though. Too much exercise. I like my dog too much to make him work that hard. He's a good boy, though. I'm thinking about getting him a steak for his birthday. You know, obviously that's not preserved meat, so I think he'll like it. He's never had steak before. He really likes carbs. Like if you're eating a pizza, man, he really wants some of that crust. The dog is 13, or 12 and 11 months. His breed life expectancy is, you know, probably about 12. As a Shetland sheepdog, though I've seen older, and my wife's old dog was a Shetland sheepdog, and it lived till 12. That's good beer. This beer, it's a sour ale with orange, pineapple, lime, and grenadine to emulate the classic Jamaican rum punch cocktail. It's very tasty. It's from a Great Northwoods brewer, and it's 6.5%, which is pretty strong. Not as strong as they make, but it's pretty strong. It's tasty, fruity. Barely tastes like beer, which is the way I like it. Though lately I actually have enjoyed some IPAs, which of course are the beeriest of all beers. If you think beers taste like hops, I guess. I wasn't really into IPAs when I first started drinking the kind of craft froofy beers, but now that I've drank a whole bunch of sour ales, I'm beginning to like hoppy beers as well. But I also like, you know, fruity froofy stuff too. It's easier to drink, and you know, it's tasty. It's delicious and nutritious. It probably has some vitamins. Some vitamins. Vitamin beer. I like a good Belgian white. So I like Belgian white too. We've talked about Blue Moon before at King Wars, and it's good beer. I like a white Weiss beer. But my tastes are no longer so mundane that I enjoy them the way I used to. I prefer these froofy sour beers more now. I know. But Blue Moon's good. Blue Moon tastes like oranges too. You know, it's got a citrus cut to it. I like Hacker Shore, but if I were going to a bar right now, I'd probably go for a Blue Moon because it's everywhere, right? It's pretty accessible. Unless it was like a brew pub, then I would drink their beers, whatever their beers were. I can't wait for that shit to open back up. I don't even like going out, and I'm desperate for a return to like normalcy. Like, I'm the kind of person who like has to get dragged out of the house, or did pre-COVID. Now I'm just like, okay, I want to go somewhere. I actually am going back to I'm going to see my parents in April. And okay. That's very chippy. I'm going to fly to Florida in April because they'll both have had their double shots by then. They've both had their first shot because they're real old. My parents are real old. I'm the youngest, so yeah. So they'll more than had their dose, and I'm not really a risk case, so I'm not too worried about getting sick myself. It could happen, obviously, but it's unlikely. What do I got on me now? I have enough plates. All right. Alright, down to the base. I'm gonna go see my folks. I haven't seen them in like 2 years, so just wasn't convenient before COVID, and then COVID hit, and I didn't go. My dad's got, you know, some pretty rough health conditions, so like the idea that I would go and see him was pretty. It would have been a really bad idea. So 4 displays, 80 computers. Did I bring computers back? I think it'll be dragged on farther. I don't think so. I think by the end of like June, July, most concerns will be relieved. Right. So production. Man, are there computers just sitting in there and I forgot to bring them back? Because I don't want to make a whole bunch more computers. I do know I'm gonna need these displays. Alright, so let me drop these other things here that way. I don't think there's the popular will for things to drag on. My wife and I were talking about like, what will happen in the future if there is another like outbreak of this fashion, and I'm convinced that there won't be any public compliance whatsoever. Like, just no one has the ability to follow the instructions or anything ever again. Like, so I guess we don't have a bunch of computer parts lying around. I mean, what is that up there? It's the parachute hatch. That's a beacon. And that's a timer. Alright, so let me get those. And the parachute hatch too. Like, so even if it will be useful in the future for people to, like, you know, quarantine or wear masks or whatever, people won't do it. This isn't charging. I'm no longer connected to the battery. Can I use the battery directly somehow? I don't think so. Alright, I'm fucked. Oh god. I don't think we'll ever follow the sort of messy mess we did ever again. I don't think there's any will amongst the people to do so, even if it's a good idea. Oh, goodbye, Iron. See you. It was nice. No. There wasn't even enough will to comply with it the first time, so there will never be in the future. Be nice if I could get my COVID vaccine before my 1-year anniversary of getting the blasted thing. Yeah, you had it really early, didn't you, Lazy Minion? You had it in like January or February, right? And it depends on the country. New Zealand would probably comply with restrictions. They did this around this time around, have 0 cases. Yeah. So when I say we, I mean America. You're right. Different places would react definitely different to it. I'm talking just about the States. I wouldn't presume to talk about how people would behave in other countries. Yeah, we're maybe not that smart in our response to it, but regardless of whether you think we did a good job or not, which is not worth arguing about, I just don't think there's ever going to be the national attitude that, yeah, we can do this. We're just going to be like, nope, fuck off, and people will die and whatever. So I do need to make computer parts, even though I swear I made like 100 of these. So I might as well make another 100 though, because I need like 80 for this assembler. I do have enough. That's good. Let's take these 10 and we'll put that motor in there. That interior plates, those plates. That won't go in there. Get this basic assembler. Alright, so we need another display and we need the 36 more computers. Let me pick all this up and drop it again. But, you know, with everything together. Stuff that the survival kit is a really weird item. I guess they don't want you to be dependent on it, but it's a real pain in the ass that it doesn't really hold much, and that it doesn't hold anything that it should. Silicone and silicone. Shit. I'm not carrying silicone, am I? No, we're just out of it. Well, there was that rock that was silicone, but it's not gonna work. Because this fucking survival kit only works with stone, which is like the worst thing ever. So I guess I'm going to dig up more rock. How far away is that? It looks close. You never know. You never know. I would happily live in a country where we were rational adults, but we're really not really rational adults here. At the same time, you know, obviously I'm deeply patriotic and a firm believer in our uniqueness and our qualities as a people and a place. But boy, would I have appreciated if we had run this whole thing better. The thing is like, it wasn't just people being stupid. It was a failure of leadership and a failure of expertise. And a lot of people really like to defend the experts' conduct throughout this thing, but I don't think they deserve it. Without like going into dragging people in the mud and shit. Some of the people who really should have done a good job didn't. And not just the leadership and not just random people, but some of the people who are extremely important professionals really fucked up in delivering their message. And as such, the results were really negative. And I think that's all I really need to say about that. And it's hard for me to blame the average idiot. It's hard for me to blame the average idiot when the leadership and the science and health community was so bad as well. Not everyone wants to throw away their liberty over an untested method and lose their jobs for who knows how long. It's an overstep on the response. But we didn't do the response, though. That's the problem. Like, you could argue it's an overstep if we had actually done it. But we half-assed it. And it didn't... You can't blame you can't put all the blame for the half-assery on average people. You are forced to wear a mask anywhere you go, including work. Yeah. What's your point? I mean, well, you're arguing with the lazy minion there, I guess. I mean, you know, look. I've read a bunch of papers. I think I understand the science. I'm not particularly concerned about mask wearing because all the best data suggests that masks are only nominally effective and distancing is way more important. And we didn't do the distancing well enough. So it doesn't fucking matter anyways. So without disputing the validity of a model that depends at least partially on masks, it's not enough. Everyone has to agree with that because that's what the science says. But so if you don't do the other thing, what's the fucking point? It's like the whole scenario is based on a fundamental assumption that we were doing the distancing, and we weren't doing the distancing. So we still need more silicone, but what the problem here is now we're not building ingots, right? There we go. Now we'll get some silicone out of it. I followed, but it's an overstep. I mean, you might have followed His Majesty King Force, and I followed it for the most part as well. Like, I haven't been to the inside of a restaurant other than like pickup since, I don't know what, last March or whatever. I go to the grocery store once every 2 weeks. I wash my hands a lot, you know, when I go out and come back. I haven't gotten sick, which I think is pretty good evidence of me complying with the basics. And I've been in and out of the hospital as well. I've been in the hospital 3 times for at least a day. In 2 cases, I was there for a week, and I didn't get sick. And I think that's because I complied with the basics. But, you know, a bunch of other people got sick, and maybe they complied and maybe they didn't. But where I am, in the Great North Woods, there's a lot of people who rejected any sort of expert opinion, period. And we were one of the worst states with the worst results. We peaked very badly, and the population here is really low and very spread out, and things still went really bad. And that's my point about implementation. It's like the results speak for themselves. We acted in a way that clearly wasn't effective. But that said, like I said, I don't blame Joe Schmo. I just don't think it's their fault. I don't blame people for doing whatever they were doing themselves. I blame experts and leadership for failing to appropriately act in a timely fashion. And you know, like, it's one thing to like advise a course of action and not have people follow it, but to change the message on what that course of action is over and over again, and then to fail to implement it in like a consequential manner, that's where the failure is, in my opinion. That no one ever made anything actually work. Like, you can talk all you want about how effective Gorilla Glue is. If you don't put a warning label on it, somebody's gonna glue. Oh wait. Yeah, I don't know. That's just the way it is. I don't think that the average person is free from guilt either, but I just don't think they're the biggest culprit. I don't think they're the most to blame. I think the people who are most to blame are the more professional and leadership parties. Oh god. I'm so worried about like slamming into the side of this thing. Alright. Get in there. Drop that off. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah. I'm not trying to be like particularly argumentative about it, so you have to forgive me, but I'm exhausted with talking about it for the most part, though it's still interesting, obviously. Because I just think like I think the dialogue on it in public is so far removed from reality that it pisses me off. Like and you know, you see, you know, quasi hero worship and stuff of certain individuals, and it's just like, fuck me, are you kidding? Like, that guy? Really? That guy? And people are like, oh, he's, you know, this guy's the greatest guy ever, and it's like, no, you're not. All right. So we need a bunch of these. How many? It was like 20, I think, though. Yeah, it's only 20. So let's get 20 of those. Now that's not actually connected to anything, so that's not gonna work. So we're gonna grab this iron and move it over. That should build those small guys. What else is this gonna need? 2 computers, 1 display, 4 motors. Alright, so we got motors, computers. It needs a grid and a display. Those are both. Well, the grid's not doable, is it actually? Production display. I took all the iron. Oh, well, there's a display here anyways. Are they connected? I don't think they should be. 1 grid. So did I leave a grid in here? I did. Oh, and the tubes. The internet is a series of tubes. It's not a big truck. All right. Oh my god. All right. So all that goes in there. Then now I need like the basic refiner, right? Is there a hole on top? There is. I wanted not to need this stuff. Basic refinery. There it is. Is there a hole on the bottom of this thing? No, there is only a hole on the front and back. Alright. Should I use a conveyor or should I put it face down on the top? I think I'm going to put it face down. Like this. God damn it. Like that. I need steel plate. Right, of course. Of course I do. Do I have any? Yes, I do. Oh, now I gotta reposition the whole fucking thing again. There we go. Oh, so yeah. What else was I thinking about today? That is less controversial. Right, I got a bread maker recently. Controversial, I know, bread makers. I got a bread maker recently, and I've cut out the purchase of all bread with the intention of depending solely on the bread maker. I've made, 4 loaves of bread with it so far? But I've just transitioned to the no bread zone. So so far I've got like two loaves of bread. So what does this need? No, not this. This. 42 steel plates. 20 construction components. I probably have the rest of that stuff. So I need actually 62 steel plates. Production. Let's just make 100. These. So yeah, bread from the bread maker instead of buying it from like Aldi or whatever. Because I was never buying fancy bread. It's pretty good. I really need a purpose-built. Gee, you have a mill so you can grind your own grain? No, but I seriously considered buying wheat in bulk and grinding my own grain. No, that bread maker's super easy. Like, you don't really do anything, right? You don't like have to knead it or something. You pour the water in, you put the flour, the salt, the sugar, the milk powder in, and you press go. And you come back 3 hours later and there's bread. That's the whole convenience. Like, making bread from scratch is like actually quite time consuming and difficult, But using the bread maker is like super simple. Which is why I bought a bread maker. The bread is pretty good. I really need a knife, like a proper bread knife, because the one I'm using is like too short to like cut a good slice of bread. And I'm making like a mess of all the loaves I make. Either that or maybe I should make smaller loaves. I'm making the big loaves. A little more steel plate. So, but I've got the refiner on, so that's good. Production plate. Okay, we're out of stuff. So now the thing is, I'm gonna run out of oxygen soon, aren't I? I should address that right now. So did I even pick up the fucking ice, or is it still over in the rack? I did see snow nearby. So yeah, the bread maker is super easy to use. It's like as easy to use as a microwave or something. You don't really need any sort of like skill or ability. I think I'm gonna, now that I have the refiner, I'm gonna go back to this rock that was made of iron and get some raw iron. Because it's much faster than stone. It's right here. It's the A Lazy Minion Memorial Iron Rock. Iron. Oh, fuck it. Let me just take all this stuff. Yeah, I like the bread maker. I bought some rye flour and some wheat flour, and I'm gonna make some other bread. You can also use it to do some basic baking, like to make quick breads, like pumpkin bread or chocolate bread or something. Having done that, I would probably never do that again. I make those from... Oh man. That was close. I make those all the time, but I like to make them in cupcake form. Because that way it's like a pre-sized, you know, already set up portion and everything. And it's neat, and you know, you can keep them well covered and stuff, and you know, you can use like a plastic oh shit. Well, you got what you fucking wanted. You got what you fucking wanted. I blame you for this. No, really, it's not your fault. I was reckless. Did I actually have anything on myself? I don't think I did. Because I was coming back to the Iron Rock here. The Lazy Minion Memorial Rock. Rip a Lazy Minion. It was the best of times, it was the blurst of times. I don't like mandatory crouching. Alright. Up we go. Let's try not to splat into the fucking base. I don't really care where my corpse is. There was nothing on me, so it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter, man. I'm gonna delete that GPS point. Alright, I've landed. Oh, that's a lot of iron. Production. Oh, we got plates here. Let me get rid of this fucking coordinate. It's bugging me. Delete that, and we'll get rid of the pod too, even though we might need to go back there someday. So we need more steel plates. Also, a couple computers. Computers. And more steel plates. Not that. This guy. I've got like a 77 iron. No, I got 1.3 iron in there, so... What's up? Build this. Why aren't you building this? Not enough power. Shit. Well, shit. I need more solar cells. And I need to not be refining at the same time I'm trying to produce. Ah, that's rough, isn't it? Well, look, there's no... Surely it's building them now, though. Yeah, it is. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna have to build more solar panels. I looked once at, like, the power requirements, and it really didn't make a lot of sense. Like, per panel power ratios. Space Orc, what will you do at night? I've turned night off. What can I do to make the angle better, Space Orc? I'm not doing day-night cycle because I don't like playing games in the dark. And I don't have very good eyesight for what it's worth. What is a better angle? Because the sun is like permanently overhead. So is there a better angle? I'm certainly willing to entertain the idea. If I go... ow. If I go... Not there. Let's see. This should work, right? Info. Is that it? Inventory. Info. Am I in the Space Pirates? No. Inventory. There's like a power thing somewhere here. Oh, here it is. No, that's O2, H2. I'm only seeing the information from the O2, H2, aren't I? Is there another control panel on the back of this? No. Yeah, there's just that one. You can make a rotor to adjust them. Can you make like with it like it's like a G block? Rotor. Advanced rotor. Rotor part. Rotors allow connected grids to rotate. Rotor part. Advanced rotor part. So what, is there some sort of like sun detecting blocks? Solar, sun, light. Like how will the rotor know where to rotate to? How do you know where to rotate to? Because I can make a rotor, great, and I can put the solar panels on the rotor. I get that. But how do I know where they rotate to? These are one block short of whatever. There's no panel on them, I don't think, right? Ooh. Yeah, there's no panel on them. Jetpack fuel is low. Okay, yeah, shit. Is this actually up and running? I don't have any eyes, though, for what it's worth. Oh, that's what's on my corpse, is the bottles. Shit. I guess I can make new bottles, can't I? I figured that out one time, because it didn't make any sense to me. But it turns out you have to go to tools. And they need, what? Nothing. I got it all. It's fine. It's cool. That's done. I'm gonna need some ice, I guess. We'll take these guys. And there was ice on top of one of these hills. Oh shit. I should not be flying. Oh no! Okay. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, the good decision making. Man, if I were in charge of a Mars mission, let's just say we're not all making it back. The control panel has power details. Max is the important number. Alright, I'll check that in just a second. Alright, I'm healed up. So that's K, right? Max required input for the survival kit and solar panel. Max output is 111. So does that mean these are basically not operating in a useful way at all? Because they're actually doing only 6? Like they're totally useless right now? If I turn them 90 degrees... that probably won't be enough, will it? Do they rotate automatically if you put them on a rotor? Because how do they know where the sun is? Alright, so there was ice on this hill. We have to have ice to get more hydrogen. So we're making the trek for ice real quick. It's pretty far away without any jetpack. Unconsumed power is not produced. Unconsumed power is not produced. So max is the potential power produced, and it doesn't ever produce more than needs to be drawn. Is that what you're saying? Because that's weird. If I put a battery down, does that mean it'll work? Because the battery will theoretically, draw more. There's actually external ice up here. I don't need to drill for ice, but it actually is quite close. 6, 8, 6, 5, 5, 4. We found ice. Ladies and gentlemen, ice. The moon has water, or the Mars has water. The Mars has water. Get your ass to the Mars. I'm coming back, Mars Base Alpha. I promise not to die on the way back, either. Right, so the bread machine's awesome. I'm looking forward to making more than white bread. So far I've made 3 loaves of white bread and 1 loaf of pumpkin bread. Never gonna make the pumpkin bread again. I like white bread and all, but I think I want to use the wheat flour and the rye flour I have to make some of that. But I wanted white bread for tomorrow so I can make French toast with it. Or poor nights, or eggy bread, depending on where you're from. It's cool. I only got a $100 bread maker. There's like $400 bread makers, but I bought an inexpensive one that had good reviews, and I'm very excited about it. Can you tell how excited I am? I have brought you ice for the ice god. So now I should be able to fill these bottles. And should I get oxygen from this now? Or only from the bottles? I don't actually remember this part. Oh god, I effed too much. Oh god, I effed myself. It doesn't really matter. That's more than enough ice to supply me for a while here. Alright, so I've got the essentials to live. I guess I can make one of those chairs, but I don't really need that just yet. And I don't need more ice just yet. I think I need to get more iron into the iron god. And that's up here at the Lazy Minion Memorial Rock. These 2 blocks are not connected. Which 2 blocks? Conveyor connected. Yeah, there's definitely no conveyors down. For what it's worth, I'm pretending those are temporary. I know the inventory system and connected system is super weird. Like why stuff that's put right next to each other with hatches doesn't connect is an absolute fucking mystery to me. I don't know why it's like that. It's really weird. But I'm gonna connect the stuff, the big ones. I'm gonna start building those very shortly as well. I'm gonna connect the big ones. I'm not worrying about connecting the small ones. I'm gonna build the proper refinery and the proper assembler, and I'll use those things on there. But I guess probably first I need to build more solar panels. Oh. So let's see. Solar panels are gonna be plates and girders. So it's like 16 girders per or something like that. So that's probably enough, and then like 100 solar cells. It's not actually that many plates. But I'm gonna need some more plates for building the blocks that they're gonna connect to. Door on door is also a connection. I don't trust me either. I am too damn handsome. You're right. The doors are touching. There's doors touching between these two, and there's doors touching between these two. Otherwise, it wouldn't be automatically making this stuff. Because I'm just dumping stuff in the small container. All three of those machines are currently connected. The survival kit isn't connected to anything. You're right about that. And this isn't connected to anything either. But it doesn't seem like they need to be. Maybe if this was connected to this, I would get oxygen from this, though? That's an interesting idea. But I got the bottles, so I'm not deeply concerned about that. That is interesting, though. Production. Let me get these plates. And let me build some more blocks and put up some more solar cells. My mom told me I was handsome, but my mom's a liar, so I don't believe her. Oh no! So I just finished watching a TV show last night called City on a Hill, which is Kevin Bacon and Aldous Hodge. I think that's his name. And it's like 1980s, 1990s, early 1990s Boston. Like 1991, I think is actually what it is. And it's like a kind of a police procedural. It's pretty good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. I don't think there's more than one season, but maybe there is, and it's just not on Amazon. I like Aldous Hodge a lot. Kevin Bacon is a creepy guy. Like, he's way down the creepy tree. Maybe he used to be like a normal guy. I don't know. Now he's just creepy. So construction composite, girders, computers, and solar cells. Oh, that hurt, huh? I mean, there's gravity on Mars, but it's like pussy gravity, right? So, like... I shouldn't say shit like that on the internet. I'll get in trouble. Put that in there. Why? I left all this shit in the survival generator, and none of it should be in there. Putting it here is fine, though. Nothing should be in the survival kit at all at this point. Though I could just leave this fucking gravel in there since it's waste. Did I run out of iron already? No, there's a bunch of iron right there. I'm waiting on nickel and silicone here. Alright, well there was a silicone rock. Right? It was a rock made of silicone. I'm off big. If he goes splat, someone clip that for me. That's dark. I already splatted once. I splatted all over. I don't know why you want to see me die. I guess it's funny, though. It is kind of funny. Is there anything worthwhile over there? I don't think so. Where was that silicone rock? That's the iron one. Oh, there it is. It's down here. Oh, careful. I am definitely a person who should not be trusted with a jetpack. 3. Is that silicone? Yeah. Oh. We're getting the silicone, ladies and gentlemen. It's Silicone City. We get it all lubed up and what? How much silicone do I get? I got 1001. That's the King Horus Memorial Silicone pile. Rip King Horus. Is this enough? I know the pure materials are a lot more. Their yield is a lot better. Cargo container dump. Take a dump inside my cargo container. It's using the survival kit. It's using the survival kit and not the refinery. Oh, but it's also using the refinery. Never mind. So it should start clicking these up, right? Oh, I still don't have nickel. I beg your pardon. What's over there? I don't actually think I found any nickel yet. There was a deposit of magnesium down the other side of the hill. Risky. This is magnesium as well. Let me mark it though. No, wrong button. Meg. Shit. I did that backwards. Mag. I don't want you to show that at all. What do you think that rock is? Is it a rock lobster? Speaking of rock lobster, I'll be right back.